Hey everybody, it's Frank
Hey,
and Carrie. It has been 3 years.
can you believe it?
I can. Well, it
And
goes pretty quick,
yes, it does. Yes, it
but
does.
wow, there's some of you that have been with us for the whole 3 years.
And thanks for following us. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it. The next seven's going to go real quick as well because we said it was going to take 10 years.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we might not be your favorite, but I figure, you know what? If you can't watch the one you love, then just love the one you watch.
Yeah,
I think that's a very good statement.
yeah, yeah, it is.
But
It is.
we're going to try to do a year in 20 minutes.
We are. What I did was put together a review of what we accomplished in our third year. It was
Yay,
pretty
third year.
amazing. I was surprised how much we actually got.
So, welcome to the video, and we're going to try to make it better. We're just a DIY couple that bought this old abandoned mansion behind us,
Yeah,
and it was in rough shape, and we're making it better.
we are making it better.
Train whistles and all. All right, welcome to the video.
Thanks for watching.
Wow, the wonderful looking back kitchen porch.
That was our first project of the year.
Looks like I'm under somewhere.
You're under the kitchen porch.
Oh, why did you show a picture of the roof and now I'm in the kitchen porch?
Because we fixed all of it.
Oh, so I had to go to the ground and start from the ground to repair a roof?
Yes, yes. We had to put some repairs. Most of the wood on the back porch was good, but we just need to shore it up a little bit so you could go up on the roof.
Well, I guess it didn't do much good to. Oh, there's the roof. Doesn't look patched.
Not yet.
Oh.
It was.
Oh, this is the before picture.
This is the before picture. This is why
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
To show before stuff and then show after.
Yeah. So
Bertha
Bertha got you up there. Yeah,
It
Bertha
still
got
looks in
there.
pretty bad shape, Carrie Lee.
Well, we patched it so it didn't leak.
Oh, how can you tell which ones are patched?
They don't have any moss growing on them.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks to the magnolia trees. But then we moved on to the powder room. These were of the 4 options. This was the powder room.
Yay.
And we started off by trying to save that door.
It's just a little door.
Yeah, this was the one place we had never walked. And I wouldn't.
Am I walking right now?
No, you're.
It doesn't look dangerous.
Yeah, you were standing on
There's
a closet
floor there.
door.
Oh.
Yeah, there was
Never
no
mind,
floor.
there wasn't a floor there.
We were taking out all the floor joists, and the only thing holding most of that up were the pipes, which was
I got
what
in
you were
trouble for
standing.
standing on those pipes.
Yeah.
In the
But
comments.
then we found out that we needed to go up on this roof that we had put some.
Oh, because it was dripping in there while we were working. So
we paused the powder room to go, and
I don't see why the synthetic felt didn't last for 2 years.
So we did some peel and stick stuff instead there by that stained glass window.
Oh, that looks good. That's gonna last a long time.
It has. It's done a great job, and there it is all down.
It looks like the base coat to a torch down rubber roofing.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
Wow, somebody did a good job on all that flashing.
You did. So
I'll bet that doesn't leak at all.
It doesn't. This area does not leak one little bit, which is good.
Somebody did a real good job on the crickets.
Yes.
What is that, season 2
or something like that? But while we were down there, we went upstairs to check the dormer, and that south dormer we realized had moved. So we had to start taking it down. So we took the stones down, and this is Frank moving that beautiful carved stone.
Is that a sunflower?
I'm not sure if it was a sunflower, but it was just pretty. And here we are, just
meticulously taking down the arch. I don't know if we'll put it up the same way, but
brick by brick,
we have it set up exactly like it came down.
We do.
Is it smoking?
Nope, that's just dust.
Oh, that's just
dust.
We call that lime mortar.
Yeah,
this is dry lime mortar.
And so Frank got it weather resistant there, and that's exactly what it looks like still.
Yep.
And that was our job, was to get it resistant. And then we moved to the front dormer.
What's wrong with the front dormer? That looks just fine.
Oh, it's not. So we were setting up scaffolding with the help of Bertha to get all the way up to that finial. So
Yay! Well,
Bertha couldn't reach that far.
that's a long ways up there.
It was. And we are just reviewing how big some of these stones were.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but the box gutter underneath all those
Oh,
bricks were gone.
Gary Lee's poking her head out.
Yep.
All tied in.
We have the boom extension.
Is that the one I broke?
I don't know. It was one of those two that we broke.
Oh.
So
We got stuff to make new ones if we want.
we do, but we had to use that extension on Bertha to even reach these.
How in the world are we gonna put that back up? We're gonna have to. It's gonna have to be like a genie to help us.
Yeah, a genie. And this is a look from the attic of that same area before we took the windows down.
Looks like the windows are being held up with the yellow strap.
Pretty much.
Ooh, I was wearing an orange shirt that day.
I know. And bricks, lots and lots of bricks, which he made a pile and I built a brick wall on top of a brick wall to support the weight of all those bricks. And
yes, not one of those bricks is on just the floor without being supported by a brick wall that goes all the way to the basement.
And that was weather resistant as well. So then we moved to the back stairwell. And
is this what we're doing?
A little discovery there.
One?
Almost, yeah.
This is the very first one.
Yeah, we were really concerned. So
Carrie's not wearing gloves.
Nope. Frank's example. So we cleaned this up and laid the
just like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep. And we were just supporting that second floor landing. Those joists underneath there were really still in great shape.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, not the last 3 inches that stick into the brick.
Well, that's true. That got a little wet.
Something about brick and wood just don't mix very good.
No.
It's supported now, though.
It is. And that's what it looks like to this day. It has those 4 and is well supported.
Yay.
So
it's always nice to be well supported.
It is always good. Then Frank
starts to contemplate
back into the powder room and we were trying to figure out how to get those joists out of there.
Well, they're heavy.
They were very heavy, and you'll see how
there's a floating toilet up there.
Yeah. And here we were dropping that heavy door, trying to get that off that area. And that was...
How do you know it was heavy?
Oh, we used cargo straps to slowly lower it. And Frank...
Why am I pounding on stuff? It seems like it'd break.
No, that was the point. But he was very gentle because we plan on reusing as much of this material as we can in other places. So, yeah. And here we are contemplating knocking out... Yes.
That seems weird.
Knocking out that supporting wall in the basement so the rest of the floor would fall. And
so it looks like Frank's backing himself into corner.
He is. I
hope he can get out.
He does. He walks, he plays balance beam. But there the floor is all gone and now we're trying to figure out how to get them out.
Get what out? Oh, the radiator.
Everything. And using the chain hoist to get the radiator down, that was always fun.
So you think that's easier than leaving it up there?
Yeah.
The supervisor.
The supervisor was on the job. Now it's cleanup time.
Again?
Yeah. All that debris.
Shouldn't we be tired of cleaning up by now?
We do a lot of that.
Somebody blame me for making the mess. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, no. Just removing a room.
Carrie makes just as much a mess as I do.
But we hauled out all that lath and plaster.
And people have asked, our debris piles just keep growing.
Yeah.
We are looking for a place that takes clean fill, and that's where we're going to take it all to.
Yep. And that's a shot of that area all cleaned up.
We cleaned up something this year.
Yeah, we did clean the whole basement at one point in time. But this room was a mess. It was just
creepy basement.
That insulation held condensation. It was just nasty.
Yeah, sometimes this whole basement would be foggy.
So we took down all that lath and plaster and
wires.
Yeah, and it looks...
Saw how bad the floor joists are in the kitchen.
Yeah, we didn't know they were that bad.
We're aging our lime plaster. That's what do they call it? Lime putty. We got 4 buckets of lime putty. It's been aging for
3 years. And this was just another one of the little rooms that was a mess. And we again took all the lath and plaster off the ceiling and cleaned off that shelf. And there it
And
is.
Viola,
Yep.
looks like I am satisfied with our job.
You were. There were no termites. We were looking for termite tubes in this as
Yep.
well.
We never found any active termites in the entire basement.
And this is where all the wire, when we were pulling all the wire out, this is where it ended up. But we've got it all folded up and put on a shelf in that little room. But
and our unsalvageable
creepy sofa.
What are they? Settees.
Settee. Yeah, it was just gone. Yeah. It really was. It was sad.
We could have saved the springs.
No, even those were rusted. But
awnings.
This is that area again. We took down the
wow, we did a good job.
Lath and plaster. Yeah, it took a while, but we got it.
And that's a thin concrete floor poured.
Yeah, but we were able to get that.
Oh, you put these videos in there?
Yeah, once we got the basement all cleaned up, onto cleaning this area beside
riding the Bunkin Bronco.
Yeah, we were pulling out stumps and rocks and trees and all sorts of stuff.
There's a big debris pile right here.
Yeah,
poison ivy and vines, and
pulled out the big dog to get that big stump out of the way, and
stump grinders and tractors.
Yeah, our goal was to get the grading sloped away from the house.
Oh, that's true. I was thinking we were just cleaning this up, but we graded the whole thing.
We graded the whole thing.
I graded it as a D-, but Carrie said that's not what we're doing.
But again, just pulling out stumps.
Those stump grinders work, but they are a lot of work. Carrie, there's no way Carrie could even use one.
That's a beast. And this is
our nice hat.
Yeah, this was the finished product for that area, and it does do a really nice job keeping the water away from the basement. The basement is a whole lot drier.
What in the world is going on here? That's not the Mooreland House.
No, that's the garage. We needed a dry place to store stuff, and the garage is...
Oh, this is where we got in trouble for not using our air gun.
Yeah, but I was having a good time up there with my
Sometimes
hammer.
It's just easy to hammer. And we would have had to run extension cords and pneumatic... what do they call those things? Air compressor.
Yeah. So we got a nice special on that color tin, which matches Frank's shirt, I thought.
Oh, it does not. Oh,
yeah, it does.
In that shot, it might.
But now with the garage done, we now have a really nice dry spot for storage.
Yay!
For a lot of the slate and some of the wood.
Why does a slate have to have dry storage? Oh, Ashfeld Manor. Where's that?
Oh, yeah. That's our temporary gate.
Oh. You mean private property doesn't always mean that you shouldn't just open the gate and go up to the front door driving? No,
that's what we had happen just a couple days ago. But
that was yesterday.
That's our post. And our post wasn't quite big enough. Supervisor was on the job.
She walked all the way down from the castle?
Yeah, she did.
That's a long drive.
It is.
I mean, it's a long driveway for a kitten.
But this was just something pretty, and we needed a new gate anyway, and it just adds just a touch of class to her.
Yep.
And that's what it looks like.
And we're leaving the Ashfeld Manor sign now for her right now, just because it would look weird not having the sign up. It would tear it up. It's attached to those stones. So now what are we doing?
Oh, we're above the back stairwell doing our very first gutter bypass.
Oh.
Yeah, that wall there by the
those bricks
what
like
is it? Porte Cochere.
Porte Cochere.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know now it's Porte Cochere.
In other words, it's a drive-through.
Yeah, it's if you look it up in French, it means carriage porch.
Yeah.
So
anyway, it's that wall above there. It was just pouring in, and that wall was becoming...
Looks like the bricks held up now. I must use a floor jack on that.
You did. And then you put some tin to keep it. So it was nice and shiny, but it has done a tremendous job keeping the water out, and that wall is now dry.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and this was kind of a proof of concept, and it has done a fabulous job. So then we moved to the front of the house, and we pulled off all that cornice molding, and there were bricks just laying in there ready to fall. And then once we got the bricks out, you can see all that debris that had fallen and was sitting in
Who
there.
cleaned that debris out?
You did. So bricks and mortar and raccoon poop and all sorts of stuff
looks
in
like
there.
lots of scaffolding.
Oh yeah. And so Frank's doing the bypass there, and this has made a huge difference in that front wall.
I remember putting that up. The sun was so bright. It was.
Oofta. So just a nice shot of what we did. And then we moved inside.
Yay, and we had a beam to make.
We did. We had a beam to replace, so we made that beautiful, sturdy.
Had to hold up the roof.
Yeah.
From the second floor. Does that make sense?
That platform was something. And we still have it up because it makes sense to have it there to be able to work above the stained glass window, which we covered up.
Oh, the stained glass window's covered up in this one.
Yeah.
We did that this year.
We did.
Got pictures of it?
No.
Oh.
No, I was just hitting our highlights, but we covered that with that 2-inch foam to protect it. But
all that OSB came from the neighbors.
It did, and that was
he gave it to us just in time. We're like, hey, I know exactly where we're going to use all this.
That's a great platform, and we use that. And you're taking out.
This is what they call discovery.
Yeah, we were taking off that beautiful crown molding up there, and to see what that beam looked like, and
it was bent.
It was bent.
We it wasn't put in there bent. Some people suggested it might have been, but it was put in there straight, and the bricks were arched at one time, but they sagged because it only takes a little bit for them to sag.
And that shots with all the supports we had, and us taking out
the old beam.
And it was a little lighter than we expected.
We won't put you through. I don't think we put you through tearing it apart again with all the crunchy stuff.
But that's where the new one is going to go, and we use
a lot of supports holding everything up.
Yeah, and that 16-foot, 16-inch wide LVLs, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
We put 4 of those up there, and that's a look at them in place. So it took a lot of planning and a lot of prepping to do that.
One of these days we'll clean all this, the molding up and everything, get rid of all the nasty water stains and all that.
But for now,
not right now.
Nope. On to other structural things up in the attic. And just a shot of just how bad the attic floor was.
I remember because there was holes in it.
Yeah.
In fact, when we got it, there was tubs in it.
Yeah. And this is us doing all of our supports to support the roof while we were working on the beam.
Frank jacked that up, didn't he?
Working on the beam, jacking the roof up and holding it in place so that we could get the floor joists up there replaced.
We did about everything.
I think we touched every part of this house this year.
How long was just the videos on the beam? We did that for months on the videos.
Just because all of this was in place at the same time, and this is getting some of those floor joists. We didn't want to cut that floor, but we didn't really have a choice.
And this, I am just trying to pound the joists or the floor joists together.
Right.
I was using a nail gun.
Yeah.
We found out in the comments that people thought that we were nailing all this together.
No.
The nail gun, sometimes the nails don't set quite right. So to put another floor joist up against it, you got to make sure it's all set good.
But to make it easy, we decided to take that floor since we had to pull it up anyway. So Frank's doing the
Carrie
attic
likes
slide.
me doing the moonwalk, so she made sure this got in there.
Yeah. And Frank making a mess again on the second floor, knocking down all the lath and plaster there.
You're the one that keeps cleaning up after me, so why wouldn't I?
I know. And there's all those joists in place. And at this point, we are again trying to support that post up on the roof.
The wood sure does look different.
And there it is, and getting all the joists in their hangers.
We like the heart pine look, not the southern yellow pine.
Yeah, exactly. But there Frank is
bridging across.
Oh yeah, yeah. Keeping them nice.
Now see, there you go. There's my nail gun.
And that's the attic to this day. It has that.
Each one of those cost $3.
Yeah.
We found some place where they bust down pallets.
And then this is our most recent video of pulling off lath and plaster in the back stairwell. We were doing some discovery, and we did discover that.
And yeah, we discovered that the lath and plaster was no longer attached to the brick walls because all the little nailers that they put into the brick were pathways for termites to get to the third floor.
Right.
But they've already used it all up, so the termites have no more pathway.
And while we were at it, we decided to go ahead and take all that non-original wood down around that railing and open that area up. And
we decided the attic wasn't big enough, so we decided to open it up a little bit, make it one big room.
Yeah. So that I still am so thankful that we did that. I just think it's such a pretty area with that, and much lighter on the stairs.
And see, we have a shop vac. We just don't use it because we don't want to run a generator every time we want to start something.
Yeah, we're back from last week's video of taking out
old Sparky.
And Frank with the little hammer.
Hey, quit making fun of me.
Frank with the big hammer. And several minutes, hours later.
And the video, it only took seconds.
I know, but we got it out. And
here's Carrie struggling.
Oh, let me tell you, it
was surprisingly heavy.
It was very, very heavy. And trying to balance and go down the stairs was not quite
an easy people suggested task. We should cut it in half, but we wanted to save it because it was all one big piece of metal.
Well, until next time. We've also had Mia and Minnie for 3 years as well. We rescued them right after we got Miss Mooreland, and they were so tiny they would both fit in your hand. And since they don't sit next to each other very often, I used the video from last week of those two sitting together, and those are our girls today.